Hey you all, what's happening? Great to meet you all officially. I'm Stan. I'm actually doing my daily walk with the better version of me, Stan 3.0, SDP 3. And it's interesting, and having him, it just makes me reflect so much on just being teeny tiny or growing up and just kind of learning and realizing, what's important and what isn't, and in areas where I struggled in and don't want him to struggle in. I don't want to pass on my failures or my fears to him. I just want to set him up as best as possible. I remember, my folks did that for me. And it's, as I kind of look out in the world today, or just, the land of social media allows you to look out into anything and everywhere, and they're just things that young people deal with today that I never had to deal with, that you watching this have never had to deal with, whether it be, low self-esteem or building confidence or just being comfortable in my own skin, trying not to imitate people that I thought were cool, just whatever, right? Just trying to, it's, for me, it's interesting because I was always a happy dude, and easy to get along with for the most part, right? Nobody's perfect. But I went through these funky periods in time for me, again, where it was like, let's say I wasn't black enough for my black friends. Like, that was something that I experienced. Like, what does that mean? It's just, exactly what I mean. Oftentimes the people or the folks that I looked like, didn't always accept me the way that I was or am. And heck, it still happens. I just deal with it differently. I just know how, based on, again, my mindset. And then there's a period of time where it's like I was too black for my white friends. You're like, well, what does that mean? It's like, there's a point in life where you just realize you're different. Not good, bad, just different, right? And sometimes difference makes people uncomfortable, and we deal with acknowledging that different ways. Y luego, cuando aprendí español, a mis amigos de todas partes, of Spanish-speaking places, when I learned how to speak Spanish, I was told that I was confused. I wasn't proud of who I was. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever tried to please everyone, and in the process you please no one. Like, you found yourself in like this purgatory of sorts where you just couldn't make anyone happy, especially you. It just created a great struggle for me, as I tried to grow and develop. And then I just realized that, my folks, there were certain things they just had me do every day to overcome those things. Are certain things that I begin to do every day that later on I started to teach other folks to do every day, that helped me kind of, as I like to say, like rise above the noise and to survive and thrive. Now, for you might be like, Stan, I think I'll turn this off because I'm not black and I don't know what you're talking about, right? But for you, my man's ready for nap time. For you, it might not be black enough. For you, it might be smart enough, pretty enough, skinny enough, athletic enough, cool enough, loved enough. It's that something enough feeling that leaves you empty, that you don't want to talk about. Or heck, you're a parent watching this, you don't want to share, it's tough to share with your spouse or your friends. If you're a young person watching this, or you're a parent, you have a parent of a young person, like, that's tough for them to talk about. It was tough for me to talk about, even as an adult looking back. So we know it's tough for them. So, right now is just kind of an opportunity to be a part of, something that I've created over the course of, studying and researching and consulting with over 20,000 hours of diversity experience and training, over 15,000 hours of leadership and confidence consulting and training experience, that I've just kind of packaged together for y'all to help. And that is, you being a part of Mental Flight School. I feel like I can honestly say, through personal experience and sharing Mental Flight School with thousands of students around the world every year, how it helps and what it does. He's definitely ready for a nap. Now, what does that mean? What does that include? That includes, obviously, your 7-step guide to, building a stronger mind without losing it in junior high, high school, and college. That also means I'm gonna add some bonuses. What are those bonuses? Those bonuses are like the audio version. You know, everyone doesn't like to read or not comfortable reading or just feel like it takes too much time. So there's gonna be an audio version of this, which is amazing, right? So you can just plug in the MP3 and listen to it. What else is my newest book, The Art of Being a Super You. The Art of Being a Super You, which is also another book that talks about being a better version of you from the inside out. And there's also going to be an audio version of that created shortly that'll be a bonus for you. All those things are important because guess what? Media, television, all those things work 24/7. You know, 365 and 1/4 days a year. Why shouldn't we work every day on being a better version of us? So that is my offer to you. That is my invitation. So I invite you to be a part of Mental Flight School. You're already a part of Mental Flight family, but just join in. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, to email, and to continue to create the kind of society, the kind of friendships, the kind of relationships with ourselves and loved ones that we say we want to have every single day. It's not always going to be easy, but it's certainly possible and necessary. Remember, you're good, you're great, you're worth it. Welcome to Mental Flight School.